Well, hello, Lana Del Rey fans, and anyone else who happened to come by. It is Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man, back with a reaction to Lana Del Rey, Ultraviolence. Lots and lots of people have asked for this one. I actually was going to do something different, but then I came across it and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go with this because it popped up and it reminded me of Clockwork Orange. Go for a little bit of the old ultraviolence, you know. Used to love that movie back in the day. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot because people seem to think I'm really going to love it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Doing my usual breakdown and such. And I'll keep it short this time. Please subscribe and comment. It will help me a lot. All right. Well, there's that vintage 70s, film look again.
I stood for Deadly Nightshade. 'Cause I was filled with poison, but blessed with beauty and rage. Jim told me that he hit me and it felt like a kiss. Jim brought me back, reminded me of when we were kids. It's ultraviolence, 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 ultraviolence. I can hear sirens, sirens. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. I can hear.
Okay, I want to comment on a couple lines and also back that up. The music in this is really, really interestingly mixed. This part here, hold on. Yeah. Okay, she is doing a harmony there. At first I thought they were just using a really spacious reverb on her voice that was making it almost sound like a chorus, but I think she's doing harmonies there as well inside that reverb, and it sounds really, really neat. And there's a guitar coming up I like here a lot. That guitar there. And that line there, he hit me and it felt like a kiss. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's an abusive relationship that where violence is mistaken for love at times. Or at least you become so used to it, so inured, is that the word I'm looking for? That it can go hand in hand. I always think of the Tina Turner stuff. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. Come back. little Ike action. That's what that makes me think of. And I wonder if when he wasn't hanging with her, he was hanging with his little droogs. Ooh, and this line here. That's clever. That is really clever. Um, if you're equating, pain and love and all of that, and then uh, violins are thought of as a beautiful instrument, and yet you say it the right way and it sounds like violence. That's really, really clever.
Used to call me poison, like I was poison ivy.
Good movie back in the
I
day.
could have died right then, 'cause he was right beside me. Jim raised me up. He hurt me, but it felt like true love. Jim taught me that loving him was never enough. It's ultraviolence, 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 ultraviolence. I can hear
There's that guitar.
he hit me and it felt like a kiss. I can hear my
Oh, I like when she delivered that line that she looked at the camera and smiled. It makes it creepier. The other thing and she's probably not. Jim may just be, uh, you know, a name of an ex-boyfriend or something like that. But what it really feels like, and when she says Jim, I think of Jim Jones, and then Jonestown, the whole cult thing. And if you think of the lyrics, it feels very much like somebody who is stuck in a cult, with, because even, shit, what the hell was his name? David Koresh? Anyway, where you have a magnetic figure who makes you feel loved, and yet there's also violence that goes along with it. So I wonder if any of that. I wonder if maybe she put Jim in there to put that as a thought. So really deep. I mean, it's got a lot of depth to it and ways that you can interpret it. That little smile on that line definitely gives it a weight. So even these lines in here really feel very much like a cult that is saying, like, this heaven is on earth. And what was the line?
Well, they don't know who we are. Heaven is on earth.
Yeah, when it's talking about blessed is this union and all that stuff, it just really feels like a cult where you're, married to the cult leader, and that, and like I say, it may just be about a relationship she had early on that was abusive, and at the time it was what she knew, um, if it was, when she was really young. Sometimes it just becomes something you get used to. So, let me see.
I love you the last time. Yo soy la princesa. Comprende mis white lines. Cause I'm your jazz singer. And you're my cult leader.
Look at that right there.
Forever. I love you forever. Which is ultraviolence. Ultraviolence.
I like them having that at the end there. It made it feel. It's weird. It took it from that really echoey, wide, almost like you're in your own world thing. Anyway, almost like you're in this world of blurred lines of what's violence and what's love, and the flowiness of it and all that. And they had those lyrics again underneath of stuff she's saying in the background, which I think was in an was it Shades of Cool or one of the others, where they were listing what she's saying in the background, but it's so far in the mix, so far back in the mix, that you really, if they weren't putting those words up there, I'm not sure I would hear those lines. And you can barely hear them even when they're showing them as being there. But I'm going to look up, what was it, Riviera Girls, and see if that's a reference to something. But yeah, this one, and the video shoot was very simple. If nobody knew better, they'd say it was during COVID time because, it's just her. You don't have anything else, but it's 2014, it says. So I would say no. But yeah, that was a really cool song. A lot of her songs are ones that would be really cool to listen to in certain situations on a playlist. But they're not for every situation. But yeah, as usual, she looked gorgeous. And that 70s vintage feel almost feels like it's alluding a little bit to like the Manson era and things like that, or Jonestown, or just that 70s. And she mentioned Woodstock and things like that where they wouldn't be recognized. So there's all kinds of subtext there, and whether it's simple or whether she intended it to be deeper, you can read it all in there. But anyway, that's it for that one. I have others coming up that I've mentioned in other, one of the other Lana videos that I'm going to be putting up either before or after this one. I'm not sure which one I'll edit first. Anyway, I will see you soon, and I am going to do Tropico at some point, so worry not. For now, you have a great day, great night, great life. Talk to you later. Bye.